Railway Empire 2 has finally launched, and I'm so grateful to have been granted beta access in order to create some gameplay footage and this review for you. The footage you are watching right now is officially beta footage. Honestly, my experience has been mostly seamless, but for some mistakes of my own, and I am aware that some of the issues that I experienced have already been fixed in another version, and hopefully we will be fully ready for you for the full release today. So hopefully any issues that I have encountered and cover in this review are already fixed. So, what do we get in the new game? Well, the maps are bigger, with the whole of the US and continental Europe covered in 2 huge maps. Bridges can now hold 4 tracks and stations max out at 8. But the biggest and probably the most exciting new feature has to be the co-op multiplayer, which I have tried and will tell you more about in a bit. If you're a fan of the original Railway Empire game, the good news is that Railway Empire 2 will deliver a very similar experience, with a few tweaks here and there of course, some new content and some improvements. You'll have 6 characters to pick from as you work through the 5-chapter campaign, or you can play any one of the 14 different scenarios, set your difficulty in free play mode, or build the perfect rail network in construction mode. Whatever you do, there are going to be hundreds of hours of gameplay available to you here. So you'll start out with a small rail company in the early 19th century, starting out with 60 of the most famous locomotives, which start out looking and behaving very basically, but with research and time you will be able to unlock faster and stronger locomotives. Your competitors will do almost anything in order to try and stop you from being successful, but there are numerous legal and some illegal opportunities available to you in order to keep them in check. If all else fails, you can use an aggressive buyout and then merge your company with theirs, and that problem will soon be solved. There are some significant changes to the original though. Gridirons for one, an area which I found to be quite problematic and stressful. If you watch my Let's Play series, you'll see just how much trouble they caused me. The problem really is as they take up too much space. The space required to enable maximum gridirons takes up huge amounts of space. Now maybe this is actually accurate and quite realistic, and perhaps it's me that needs to brush up on my track design skills. Or maybe it's an area in the game that does need some work. I don't actually know what the answer is. Maybe you could be kind enough to let me know your thoughts on this after the game has launched and you've had a bit of a try with it yourself. The track building itself is significantly improved. It's got something called a quick track building for additional tracks between stations. Again, an area that works very well when it works, but I have experienced a few issues where sometimes it doesn't work or it doesn't align with tracks correctly. But overall, it's a big improvement, helping to streamline your track building, and as you are no longer responsible for laying signals, you can actually build at double the speed you used to be able to. Warehouses are gone. And when I say gone, what I actually mean is they've moved. They now exist as upgrades to stations. However, it is completely possible to build a station anywhere you like, so in essence, you can still create a warehouse yourself. And for me, this makes a lot more sense, as getting freight to and from transitions seamlessly quickly evolves into a tricky undertaking, and I have got myself in a right sticky mess more than a handful of times, let's say. So I said I'd tell you a little bit about the multiplayer, and I have tried it. It's absolutely brilliant in terms of it's fully stable and it's very interesting, and I think potentially it's going to be a wonderful addition to the game. Unfortunately, in the beta version that I played, I did encounter some significant issues that I hope are already fixed, or if not, will be fixed quickly. So in the beta version, only one person could build any kind of track at any time. That is despite there being 5 track build sets available. So for example, you can build a bit of track between 2 stations A and B and put that on track building 1, build a different bit of track going from B to C, put that on track 2, 3, 4, 5, so you can have 5 bits of track completely independent of each other at any one time in single player. But unfortunately, in multiplayer mode, that did not work. Now, that's quite disappointing because it means that your teammate can't do anything if you're building something and vice versa. Perhaps more disappointing than that was when you change the name of your routes in order to try and keep things organised, your teammate cannot see the name changes that you have made and will be stuck with the default, which means that they are no longer synced, and now you're both confused and it's really very confusing. Now, both of these issues rather render the multiplayer co-op as completely useless, I have to be honest. So I am 100% convinced that this is just a beta bug, and I hope it is already fixed for the full release or very, very soon after. Let me know your thoughts on that. Overall, if you enjoy playing Railway Empire, you are almost certainly going to love Railway Empire 2, so don't miss your connecting train. This one's an absolute blast. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. I much appreciate it. Enjoy your time in Railway Empire 2. Bye for now.